cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I fucks with you. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, like cook cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's come to my attention that we have surpassed that 31,000 threshold, and we are giving away the chili May the 16th at 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. So make sure that you're around for that chili giveaway May the 16th, Sunday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time, man. No long intro, no long talking, just giving y'all that chili out that y'all been waiting on, man. With that being said, let's get to the clip. Deal, y'all, we finna start right into this Kantiana, man. ADAM22 is calling out Vlad for using Charleston White to diss Boosie. Let's get into this Kantiana without further ado. Let's get into it. Let's go.
What it was is this. It was that when me and Boosie had a long-standing business relationship, he asked me for a favor to not do business with Charleston. Right. So being that this was the biggest, guest at Vlad TV, he had that type of grace to do that. Look, I take these business relationships very seriously. Right. Like I'm very careful. Like it's rare. It's rare to find someone that you could do business with for year after year, and it benefits both people, and you have a good working relationship, and both people are respectful and so forth. I'm very careful. I'm very kind. Very nice and really obliging to people in this case. Right. And I expect that same level of grace back because I'm also doing something that they're getting benefit from. Right. Right. So when that gets out of whack, you start to look at other situations. So, I mean, with the Boosie thing, it was like, look, we hit a wall. He wants 35,000. I told him I'm going to do 25. Right. He said no. And when I looked at that situation, even at 35,
I don't think that Boosie was logical though, because $25,000 once every quarter is a good amount of money.
he was taking about 72% of the money. Right. Right. Because I was making consistently about 35. Right. So you take in almost 3/4 of the money. I'm doing all the work. I'm traveling. I'm going to your house. I'm having to hire a camera crew in Atlanta. I don't fly coach, right? You don't fly coach. So I'm flying. I'm spending thousands of dollars to fly. I'm spending a couple $1,000s because I stay at nice hotels. I can't just stay at
I do fly coach for the record, though.
You fly coach? I do not fly coach.
It's a matter.
Everybody is shocked when they find out that Adam flies coach. Wax shocked, Vlad's shocked. He's like, no, nigga, I'll fly coach. I'm not tripping.
Proud.
Nah, I'm not flying coach. If you see me fly, I will not be your coach. I have canceled entire trips if I can't fly first class.
That's some bougie shit.
It's some bougie shit, but I've earned that bougie shit. Anyways, so when I look at the work, and then you got to think, I got to put out like 50 clips with Boosie. Right. To make that money back and hope that a lot of them don't get demonetized and so forth. Hope that the full interview doesn't get demonetized. I'm taking a lot of risk. And my whole staff is working on Boosie clips every day for over a month.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money, a lot of time. Because I'm not really even looking at kind of the overall.
Yeah, it is actually a lot of overhead in this because if Vlad is flying first class, that's about $1,000 to $2,000, and then he's at these specific type of hotels and all that. It's probably another $2,000. That's $3,000, and then he got to hire a staff. That's probably another $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,000 easily. So that's $5,000 right there. He spent most of his money that he would make off the Boosie interview facilitating the Boosie interview. It doesn't really seem too profitable for him.
Cost to the company?
Right.
Because that's a little bit more of a soft number. I'm looking at hard numbers, and I'm only making about 10 in the hard numbers. If you look at the overall cost, it's less than that. And at 25, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. So I'm getting a hard time at 25. He wants to do 35. I don't even want to do 30.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because with the overall cost, it really kind of becomes zero again.
And he had already kind of worked his way into a position where his rate was high enough that you were only really trying to do it maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sure that if he had stuck to a lower number, if he had stuck to 10K, you might have done every month.
Every month. We could have done every month. You could have made 100.
But a lot of times when you were interviewing him, you were going to like 3 hours, and I could tell that you were really scraping the pot.
Yeah, I got to stretch it out, man. It takes a long time to prepare for it, and it's physically exhausting to really sit down with someone for 3 hours and really kind of have a laser focus. So it's like, if me and Boosie were to come back together, we'd have to renegotiate the whole thing. Right? And I think, like, pride-wise, he wouldn't do it.
So you have to renegotiate the whole thing. That means that 25 you're getting is going to effectively be dropped to a much, much, much smaller number, for sure.
Right.
Because he feels, when he said, I don't need podcasts, podcasts need me.
Right.
Which I disagree with. I think that he's where he's at today in a large part to podcasts.
Yeah.
As the music started to slow down, the podcast thing kind of went up.
Yeah.
So I think pride-wise, he probably wouldn't do it. So I don't know if I'll do anything with Boosie in the future.
I feel like maybe as time goes by, there will come a time where
Harry Spears and Boosie have both dropped the ball with Vlad, because it seemed like Vlad is just giving away easy chili.
you guys can barely even remember the details of why you initially got into it, and that at some point, I think that the door will be open for you guys to work together again, especially because, a lot of rappers, even rappers who put themselves out there as having a lot of money, sometimes I have my doubts, and I do think that making, almost $100,000 a year for Boosie from interviews is probably pretty significant. Not saying that there's not a bunch of other ways that you can make $100K, but how many features is he really doing? I'm not really seeing it all the time. How much is he actually touring? I don't know. I'm sure he does do a bit of it, but still, to make
in the South, Boosie makes a couple $1 million a year without no question, comment, or concern. He might not have reached the West Coast with his fan base, but in the South, touring, during features, making appearances, and all that kind of stuff, nah, nigga, Boosie stay on the flyer. Boosie stay on the flyer, and he for sure is clocking a couple $1 million a year off, being Boosie for sure.
100K from doing club dates or for doing features, that's quite a good amount of work.
Well, I guess because people are saying he fumbled the bag and so forth, which I don't agree with. He's been putting out videos saying, "Hey man, I make 100K every weekend doing shows," and I don't doubt it, because at no point do I feel like Boosie is dependent on Vlad TV to pay his bills.
For the record, I really doubt that he's doing that every weekend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where?
Nah, Boosie's getting some chili all through the southern states, through Huntsville, Alabama, through Gainesville, Georgia, Albany, Georgia, Dallas, Georgia, Hoover, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, North and South Carolina. Nah, nigga, he's getting some chili. Tennessee, Oklahoma. Boosie's getting the bag.
Well, he's pretty big in the South, man, and there's a lot of
But every weekend?
Yes.
Well, think about it. He's a big entity in the South.
Yeah.
I'm not here to discredit Boosie on any level, right? I have a lot of respect for Boosie, and
I like how Vlad shut Adam down, because Adam was over here saying some things that he shouldn't have said, and Vlad is just like, no, he joined it up like that. I can't take that from him.
Think about how many states that you and I have never gone to,
right?
With cities that you and I will never drive.
He's been building up his network for 20 years.
He's had this network of clubs, and look, you don't need to do an arena. There's plenty of venues that hold 500 people, maybe 1,000 people in Missouri and Alabama and Mississippi that I will never ever even know about, that probably has been booking Boosie consistently year after year and pulling a crowd, and he does his thing, and it's because it's largely ignored by people like Chris Brown when they go on tour, or artists like that. They're like a J. Cole will probably never do a show there, but we got the ashtray coming.
Oh, ashtray,
yeah.
Boosie would do a show there, and Boosie would pick up a $10,000 bag out there for sure. I like how Vlad stopped everything.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think he's good, man. I think Boosie's good, and look, we reached a point where it didn't make sense. From his point of view, he's saying, well, I've been doing 25 4 times a year, and I'm giving Vlad a deal to do 35 once. And I'm like, that's not a deal, because if it breaks even, it's a waste of my time.
Right. And I think that there's something where people expect to get raises over time because that's how it works if you work at the mall. That like as time goes by, they increase your pay, and that's just the inevitable way that people expect it to go. And I feel like in our space, that typically
for you to raise your value, you have to up your value. That's the only way for it to happen. If you want your value raised, you have to do things that raise your value. That's it, and that's all. You feel me? So maybe Boosie needs to look at maybe different types of, ways of going about getting his content out, maybe different type of ways of appealing towards Vlad's audience that would garner more views and all that. But if he doesn't, it doesn't make sense for Vlad to pay him.
It work kind of in the opposite way because once you've done 10 interviews, and shout out to the Vlad TV Moonrock Blunts, but once you've done 10 interviews, typically you're worth less to me as time goes by. You're worth at least a little bit less because you've got a little bit less to talk about. If you go back to the Boosie interviews that you did 10 years ago, a lot of them were him telling crazy stories about his life. Yeah. Whereas now, your interviews with him probably have been like 90% him talking about current events that don't really have anything to do with him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that. You run out of things to talk about, so you have to kind of reinvent it. And look, like I remember during my conversation, my back and forth with Aries, when he was like, yo, Boosie getting 25, we need to renegotiate. And I'm like, okay, well, there's more to it. Boosie's actually getting 20. And he's like, I want 25. And I'm like, all right, how about we do 20 and then we do 5 to do a house tour.
Right.
And the first house tour blew up.
You did a couple of those, but it's not like you can do a house tour every time.
We could, possibly, so we did like 3 of them. So that was a way for him to get 25. But like I created money out of thin air, basically. Like, okay, here's something we could do that's not costing you anything that I could make some more money out of.
And I saw the first one.
I mean, that makes sense. Vlad stretching out to do an MTV Cribs type situation with Boosie.
First one went crazy. But the other ones kind of did well also. Okay. But the last conversation, it was like, well, I don't want to do a house tour this time because really there's nothing new. Like my mom's house got built. I'll just do that, which is not really all that interesting because we kind of already saw the outside of it. So really he wanted 35 with no house tour. And I was just like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But the way I was trying to explain to Aries was like, we don't do house tours. It's really 20. And the numbers are drastically different. So like you can't just say, I want what he's getting. It just doesn't work that way because there's a lot to it. And even like I said, at 20, you're a little bit, I don't know. Look, everyone can do business how they want. Right. But me personally, if things are working and everyone's eating, let's just keep rocking.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a member.
Yeah, that's the best way that situation should win. Everybody is eating, everybody's doing well. Just keep rocking, bro. Keep doing your thing. Keep handling your scandal. Keep continuing to make easy money that Vlad's handed out. I don't know why anybody had to kind of burn this bridge. It was unnecessary. But that all being said, we finna get up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. You know the rest. We go.
Zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all 4 corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here, live in the flesh. We out here, nigga. Trap knows. You know that, nigga.
Can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops, check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let him hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 points strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never out.
my side when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know what enemies intention. I let it go until it click if I'm an aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.